lot of us expected that it was going to be delayed, so we didn't realize it would be this sudden. So we're all a bit in shock still.
I think it's a good concept and a good idea, but I think it's going to be quite hard to control. I think it'll be easier for the parent because they're not having to know what their kids are looking at online. I think social media does have a lot of black holes in it.
Australia has made global headlines after becoming the first country to ban social media for children under 16, effective Wednesday. Platforms including TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook were ordered to block access from midnight, with fines of up to 49.5 million Australian dollars for non-compliance. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese hailed the move as world-leading and, in his words, a proud day for Australia.
This is indeed a proud day to be Australian, because make no mistake, this reform will change lives for Australian kids and allowing them to just have their childhood, for Australian parents enabling them to have greater peace of mind, but also for the global community who are looking at Australia and saying, well, if Australia can do it, why can't we?
The decision has set off a wave of reactions around the world. In Paris, many young people said they oppose an outright ban, even as they recognize the harms of cyberbullying and overexposure. From what I've seen of Australian youth, since I've gone there a lot, this social media ban for minors will maybe do them a lot of good. I mean, some are very attached to the macho movement online, all that, and this might have a lot of benefits. But at the same time, we're also used to social media from the age of 12 that I don't see for years we can be restrained from using at least Instagram or things like that. There's things to do to address problems caused by social media, but I think I'm against it, Australia's social media ban. It's always better to respect people's freedom, and I think the education from the parents should be the one to solve this problem instead of having a government taking measures on the entirety of population. Some in Europe fear the Australian model could soon arrive there. The European Parliament recently passed a non-binding resolution calling for a default minimum age of 16 to access social media and AI chatbots.
I think it's very exciting. I'm happy that they also have the same analysis as I have, that we need to protect kids better for what is taking place online. So I'm happy that they have made this ban so that they are going to check it out, they're going to experiment with the law, and we will be able to learn from the Australian law. So I think that's great. I'm happy that they do it. I'm happy that they want to protect kids, and I'm happy that we have a chance to see how they do it and see if we can learn from them.
In the UK, many Britons voiced support for the under-16 ban, saying strict limits are long overdue. But back in Sydney, some teenagers remain unconvinced. The government says 200,000 TikTok accounts have already been deactivated, with more to come, yet many teens believe the ban will be easy to bypass.
Banning? I don't know. I think that feels quite strong. I think it's up to the like, I don't know, maybe they can just put in some sort of controls on it so that it's a little like they're sort of working out what's being fed. But I guess it's difficult with the algorithm, isn't it? But yeah, basically just make it a bit more child-friendly rather than banning them.
I think it's a good concept and a good idea, but I think it's going to be quite hard to control. I think it'll be easier for the parent because they're not having to know what their kids are looking at online. I think social media does have a lot of black holes in it, information-wise and explicit stuff as well. So in Britain, it'd probably be better for the younger generation.
Meanwhile, in Australia, teens are split. Some say the ban is unnecessary and will be easy to dodge, while others welcome the push to reduce online pressure.
It's just kind of like pointless. Like, it's just like we're just gonna create like new ways to get on these platforms. So, like, what's the point, you know? I feel like it's kind of unfair because they did give us like a really short notice to prepare and all that, and I feel like, I feel like it should be like maybe like 14 or 15 have an exception because they can like start to get a job and start to get like their learner's permit and stuff, and I feel like that's kind of unfair that they can't use their socials.
As Australia enters its summer break, the Prime Minister is urging young people to look beyond their screens. Try a new sport, pick up an instrument, or finally read that long-ignored book. But whether the world's first social media blackout for minors will reshape youth behavior, or simply spark new workarounds, remains a global debate now gathering momentum.